स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुम्.
From intellectual understanding, you can take a jump to an experience. So many moments, very precious moments. When you take jump from greed to fear, means Mooladhara Chakra to Swadhisthana Chakra. Mooladhara is greed, lust. Swadhisthana is fear. And from fear to Ori, means Swadhisthana to Manipuraga. From Manipuraga to Anahata, Ori to the low energy, asking for attention, love from others. And from Anahata to Vishuddhi, instead of asking love from others, radiating enmity towards others, jealous. And from jealousy comes ego, means that from Vishuddhi jump to Anya, next chakra. From Anya to Sahasrara, from ego comes discontentment. In every jump from one chakra to other chakra, in every shift, you unclutch. Every shift, every moment can be used to get centered in your center. It can be used for enlightenment. Mahadeva is giving you so many techniques, so many methods to center yourself during every shift. See, during every shift, you go to the high energy, the intense, highest frequency of your being. Only then you settle down. It will be like a big peak before you touch the valley. From lust to fear, even that experience will be peak. You will reach the peak of that lust, that ecstasy, the peak. Only then you will fall to a valley of fear or guilt. Then from that valley, again you will reach the peak of fear. Only then you will fall into the worrying, bothering about the future. It will be like always a peak intense experience before you shift to the other emotion, to the other chakra. Here Mahadeva is giving you beautiful technique to use all those moments, all those unclutching moments, all those shifting moments to take a quantum jump into the center, into the Atman. See, when you change from first gear to second gear, you unclutch. Unclutching means that you have to pass through the neutral zone. The neutral zone is your consciousness, your spiritual center, your enlightenment. Here, you can use that opportunity of shifting to center yourself. It will be very micro millisecond. You can say microsecond or whatever word you want to use. It will be very short moment in which you can take the jump. Let's enter into the sutra. How Shiva is sharpening our awareness and helping us to take that jump. Actually, the enlightenment itself happens only in a fraction of a second. Training you to take that jump only takes years. Training you to catch that moment, be aware of that moment, only takes years. That very jump happens only in a fraction of a second. There is a beautiful Zen story. One Zen nun, she was fetching water from monastery well to her room in a bamboo stick. 2 pots have been put, 2 sides, and she was carrying water from the well. When she was walking, it was night. she saw the reflection of the moon in that pot. The front side pot, in that water, the reflection of the moon was there. She was just so feeling in tune or connected with that reflection, the beautiful nature. She was just completely connected to that beautiful scene and walking. She was just gazing at that moon's reflection in that water. She was walking. Suddenly, that bamboo broke. Pot fell and broke. The story says she became enlightened. She says, I was so completely connected to that picture, to that beautiful reflection of the moon, there was nothing else in my mind. When the bamboo broke and the pot broke, fell and broke, when that reflection disappeared, something in me broke and I have disappeared. You see, we can also fetch water from well, carry in the bamboo, and if you want you can break also, but nothing else will happen except wasting a bamboo and two pots. It's not that everybody will have the same experience. How it happened for her? Because she was ready. Her consciousness was in such high, intense frequency. She was able to catch that shift. When that shift happened, she was able to be aware and catch that precious moment and center herself. She was able to catch that neutral space when that unclutching happened. All our tapas, our training is nothing but preparing ourselves to catch when that shifting, unclutching happens. Because that unclutching, that conscious shift happens in our life many times again and again. If you are not aware, you will miss it. For example, if that same scene happens in our life, you are carrying two parts with a bamboo. If it breaks, first thing, oh God, two parts gone. Either worry or fear or suffering. That will be the first thing you will experience. But if you are aware, if you are conscious enough, you can catch yourself before the suffering starts in your inner space. Before any suffering starts in your inner space, you are centered in your consciousness. You are centered in your Atman. Before every thought raises in you, you come back to your center. Do not think in your inner space thoughts are connected in a linear way. No. You can't jump from one thought to other thought. No. From one thought, you go back to your center, then next thought. So, no two thoughts in you is directly connected. The connection is only to your center. Each thought is directly connected to your center. Because there are too many thoughts, you think the thoughts are directly connected to each other. No. Thought is matter, dead. Dead things cannot connect with each other. I always tell people, two disciples connecting with each other only will create more nuisance. As long as you are directly connected to Master, you are safe. If you are connected to each other, you will vomit your unconscious poison upon each other, and both will go down. I have seen disciples, when they talk to each other, When they try to develop some relationship, gone. Both of them have lost. Because with your unconscious, what you judge about you, master and other things will be naturally unconscious, will be poisonous. Because you are putting your unconscious on him and the other person is also in tune with you. See, disciple falling in tune with the master only will be very difficult because I am talking in totally different language, different space. But you falling in tune with the disciple, other disciple is easy because both of you are in the same space. Both of you are in same, talking in same language. So you feel connecting with your brother disciple is lot more easy than connecting with the master. You always choose easy path. You always choose easy path. I have seen people connecting with the brother disciples. When you connect with other disciples, you are gone. I always tell people, if your connection enriches your devotion or the respect to the master, then it is connection with the master, through the master. Without that, if you directly connect, you are in trouble. You will create trouble for yourself and for the other person. All failures, when I say all, I mean capital ALL. All failures are because disciples relating with the disciples without having direct connection with the master. When you directly relate with the master, the relationship will be strong, and every connection you will create a chance, opportunity for you to take a quantum jump into the enlightenment. But when connection is between the disciple and disciple, it's like a connection between dead matter and the dead matter. When two dead things connect with each other, it will create only more poison. It will vomit only more poison. The more poison means more trouble.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारम्